So, some breaking news that has hit everybody as of right now. Young Villy, who is currently pending with his case and the trial set for June, is now officially being accused of R-wording someone else in Spain. Hey guys, it's Marab Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at it again, daily and consistent content. So, Young Villy is facing another case. This is very looking like P. Diddy in my eyes, the way he was facing one case and now others begin to prop up one by one. And that's exactly what we are seeing here, where he's now being accused, facing fresh accusations after a British tourist has accused him of forcing himself on her at an unnamed Magaluf hotel after he performed in the island holiday resort last summer. Now, this is very similar to what happened in Australia, where, he was performing at a sold out venue, and then after that he had taken somebody to his hotel, and now of course he's facing charges of strangulation and of course no consent in terms of penetration. 8 charges to be exact in regards to that case, which he has just recently pled not guilty to. The woman, who believed to be aged around 20, reported him to police in Britain, who passed on details of the allegations to counterparts in Spain. The holidaymaker alleging Barrientos R-worded her, saying they first met at the Magaluf Beach Club, where he performed and bumped into each other hours later at a nearby nightclub. She is accused of Star, who was also featured on Soccer Aid, of touching her inappropriately at the club. The woman told police the alleged attack happened after she had consensual intimacy with one of Young Villy's friends in a hotel room. She claims she then accompanied the man to Young Villy's room before Young Villy allegedly R-worded her when they were left alone together. So these are some shocking allegations, guys, that she was intimate with Young Villy's friend. They went into Young Villy's room, and then, once Young Villy's friend left, he then allegedly penetrated her without her permission and R-worded her. So, could this have been some kind of plan between Young Villy and his friend to say, I've got this girl, I'll pass it on to you, I'll bring her to your room, and then you can do whatever you want with her. The woman is understood to have sparked the ongoing Spanish court probe after reporting Young Villy to a UK police force a few weeks after she returned to Britain following the end of a summer holiday. British authorities contacted the Spanish civil guard, who passed on details of the allegations to an investigating court in Palma. It was not immediately clear today if she has already been questioned by the judge in charge of the ongoing criminal probe. A well-placed source said the magistrate had contacted authorities in Australia through formal channels so they can try to question Barrientos, his name, under oath on behalf of the Spanish authorities. I'm going to repeat that again for you guys. A well-placed source said the magistrate had contacted authorities in Australia through formal channels so they can try to question Young Villy under oath on behalf of the Spanish authorities. That is very bad news, where whilst he's going to go through his trial in Australia in regards to one alleged victims, now under oath, there are some well-known sources developing that he can be also questioned not just from Australian authorities, but also from Spanish authorities in regards to an entire separate case. This now means that his lawyer needs to be working on multi-cases, which I'm pretty sure he's already privy to. And I can already imagine that this is now going to be a lot for Young Villy in regards to prepping, questioning, where he might not slip up. He now has to be under oath for separate cases from different authorities, from different countries. It's really bad news. The Mallorcan court probe is being conducted behind closed doors as of right now, as is normal in Spain, where only trials are held in public. The alleged incident Barrientos faced trials over in Australia took place on September 28th last year, after he had finished performing at Bar 1. The internet personality, who grew up in southeast London, is facing 3 charges of assault, 1 count of impeding a personal normal's breathing or blood circulation by applying pressure to the neck, and 4 counts of penetration without consent. He was arrested, as we know of, October 9th, and he is scheduled to return to the Perth District Court on June 10th. He is scheduled to return to the Perth District Court on June 13th for a trial listing hearing. It emerged when he appeared in court that whilst on bail, which began last October, he pleaded guilty. So, this is also another reason for why many of his social media friends have kept completely silent, because they were waiting for stuff like this. They were waiting for the wave. They were waiting for plenty of other cases to come through. And now that this woman in Magaluf, who was 20 at the time, feels confident to come forward with her allegations in regards to Young Villy, there are now going to be other people. This also goes to show you how poor and pathetic the British authorities are when it comes to young Philly, and for the fact that they were informed about this case but nothing actually took place. And this news has only been revealed after the fact that Australian authorities took this serious and had arrested him and extradited him between states because of the indictments that he is facing. Therefore, now the Spanish authorities have revealed that he was also accused of XYZ in Magaluf. Had the Australian authorities not taken this seriously, this would not have gone to the stage. The British authorities and the British police, the Met Police, are very poor in my opinion. So it's not surprising to me that they lacked and that they were informed and didn't do anything. And it also isn't surprising to me that young Philly is facing a second case. I now expect a third, fourth, fifth case, and I expect them to take place and be revealed successively in the next 6 to 8 months. What I didn't expect is for the fact that Spanish authorities are going to try and question and want to question young Philly under oath whilst he is going to be in Australia in regards to the first case. That I did not expect. That, guys, I truly did not expect. I want to read that out for you guys. A well-placed source said the magistrate had contacted authorities in Australia through formal channels so they can try to question young Philly under oath on behalf of the Spanish authorities. So, we're going to expect a lot more prep from his lawyers. And it's intriguing to me that since the first and second case, there have been no statements from young Philly through his lawyer. He has not denied any allegations. He's not said anything. Remember, Diddy put out statements continuously. Sorry guys, I'm fasting and it's difficult sometimes to report on stuff like this, especially whilst you're fasting. But Diddy put out statements, for fuck's sake. I can't say the names properly there. I keep mixing up young Philly and Diddy. Diddy put out statements for each time he was accused of XYZ through his lawyers. At least he wanted to let the world know his side of the story to an extent. Young Philly is basically not going to be doing that. I do also believe that one of the reasons for this is because one of the bail conditions is social media silence. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that putting out a statement through your lawyer is not social media silence and still aligns with your bail conditions. I don't know why him and his lawyer are choosing not to say anything or deny anything. But this is the second case, and it really goes to show you why his friends and his social media friends are all quiet. I don't even think any of his social media friends should be publicly supporting him and saying anything. I don't know why people think that Chunks or etc. should be saying anything about young Philly. It ain't none of their business. They're not accused of XYZ. Do you understand? And they don't need to put out statements for somebody else. I don't get that. I don't get why they need to break their silence. I honestly don't understand that. Maybe you guys can correct me on why you think otherwise, but this is young Philly's case. Last time I checked, he's the one who's been extradited, arrested, and in Australia and can't leave, not any of his peers. So I don't understand why they need to say anything. They are just going to keep quiet, not mention his name, say who will not be named when in regards to their podcast. They're just not going to talk about him, and they've been doing that for the past 6 months, and therefore that procedure is still going to follow. But this second case coming out only gives more credibility to the first case, in my opinion. As of right now, young Philly is innocent until he is basically given a guilty state from the courts. If that's going to take place, we don't know. The trial obviously is in June for the first one, but a second case, a third or fourth could potentially come out. All of that gives credibility to a case into a different case. It can go the other way where people could be doing things for money and etc. But last time I checked, these people aren't suing him, nor are these civil cases. This is criminal. So it's also something very different that I feel like we need to remember. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Young Philly is facing a separate case, awful charges, and it does not look good for him at all in regards to Spanish authorities questioning him under oath in Australia. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video. Or subscribe if you guys want to, guys. I mean, don't feel pressured. I honestly hate people tell me to subscribe. So no shade. Don't need to subscribe if you guys don't need to.